Good evening, my friends, and welcome to a lot of noise, new location yet again. This is a one-off location, and today I want to show you my personal game, my personal campaign game that I've been playing for a little while now. This is, let's see if I can grab it, Kinfire Chronicles, Night's Fall. I can only speak in this ear tonight, unfortunately, because of this setup. So I'm gonna have to overcompensate with hitting you apparently, and some other noises too. There we go. Right. I'll keep that over here. Right now, we are in the great city of Dinlux. This is a co-op card battler, I guess. Oh, so I can show you that. There we go. Look how beautiful this map is. Like, oh my goodness. Wow. So if you've seen or if you know about Kinfire Delve, that's the sort of smaller companion game for this. This is the full-size campaign game. My dog's pacing about because it's bedtime, don't mind her. This is the big game, this is the full game, and oh my goodness, the packaging in this game is fantastic. Every time I open it, every time I unbox it, it is magical. It is fantastic, and I love this game so much. I'm about halfway through. The game. This is a campaign game, which means that there are a sort of set amount of campaign missions to complete. So be aware that there will be some spoilers. Potentially, I'll try and obviously mitigate as much as possible. My dog, she's very old, so she can't really turn around very well, so she just keeps heading into things, which is the noise. Hello. What was I saying? Okay, yeah. But today we're going to be playing one of the side quests. We're going to be playing quest number 19, which is also side quest number 4. Look how gorgeous the artwork is. Again, this game is fantastic. It's so beautiful. Let me pull out a couple of little cards I forgot. There we go. Awesome. Okay. So, but right now, there's no worry of exploring, of adventure and danger. Right now, we're just exploring the city leisurely. Let's see if I can read this for you here. See if you can see that. Behold, Dinlux, the city of light. She shines brightly on the horizon from every direction. The Kinfire flame burning in the great lighthouse protects us all and guides the way home. All who travel here are welcome, for within these walls we are safe from the darkness and safe from the creatures that stalk the wild. For visitors stepping foot within these walls for the first time, delight awaits you. Here you will find the rest for the weary, water for the thirsty, and safety for those tired of facing the wilderness alone. The people of Dinlux, once divided and at war with one another, are united in the battle to survive the starless nights. Together we will be victorious. Join us here and become a part of the mighty city of Dinlux. The Dinlux City Council. There we go. I am playing as, see if I can lift these up to show you. I have Roland Wordforger here. All of these characters are also in Kinfire Delve, so if you've played those games, you will recognise them. We have Roland here. He has 10 hit points and an armor score of 1. There we go. What's his skill? True Friend. Roland's boost cards do not have to match the colour of the action or attack they are being played on. There we go, and I can show you his little standee. Look how gorgeous that is. How gorgeous that is. And then the back as well. How cute is that? I just set them there when I'm not actively in combat. We have Asha of Brillbook. I don't mind the tokens. Her skill is Opportunist. Attacks made by other Seekers deal +1 damage to any enemies in Asha's space. I love the art. See, the art in Kinfire Delve is so cool because it's like all like I keep hitting you. It's all like action shots and, you know, badassery, but there's something in this game that feels so casual, especially in the artwork. And then we have her little standee here. If it focuses, there we go. And then the back. Oh my god, my hand's very shaky. Silly me. And then we have, lastly, Fane. Here. Bard of Destiny. Fane may have up to 2 wards in play at the same time. If he plays a 3rd ward, he must discard one of his 2 earlier wards from play. And my token organization is gone. Fane is my favourite character from Kinfire Delve, so of course I had to have him in my party here. Now, the other 3 characters are also in this set. Is that gonna... I think I've lit this weird. So it actually might be easier to show you. I have to get the light in the back. Weird. There's the back of him. There you go. But you can only have up to 4 characters in play, and also it gets very finicky playing, you know, like 4 different characters. I think for solo play, like I'm playing, it's recommended to play 2 characters. But I thought I'd bump it up because I could not decide. I could not decide who I wanted to play, so I was like, 1 extra, please. So you're probably wondering, what does the city exploration gameplay look like? Well, I have just finished a separate mission, and at the end of every mission you get what is called city actions. So you have a finite number of actions that you can take between each quest, and each location here is numbered, and they correlate to, this is so cute, little travel brochures. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have so much fun showing these to you guys. Again, I guess general spoilers, not for the storyline of this game, but the world building, presentation. If you want to go in completely blind, obviously, why are you watching this? But otherwise, this game is beautiful, and I really, really just want to spend time to show you guys how beautiful this game is, because I don't know if you can see it, but there's I think they called it canvas texturing on the paper. You can kind of see it, yeah. It looks gorgeous. It feels fantastic. This game feels so premium, and I'd hope so with the price, but it is, obviously fantastic. So we have a useful guide to Dinlux, compiled by your humble author, Mark. We might meet him in town. Them in town, I'm so sorry. Volume 1, The Stumps and Horseshoe, which is this area, and then this little crescent island over here. So, Districts of Dinlux. I am going to read this whole thing because I want you to appreciate the gorgeous heart in here, okay? The city is divided into 4 different boroughs: the coping, the nests, the stumps, and the horseshoe. Most of the essential city buildings, such as City Hall and the Great Lighthouse, can be found up at the coping, where the wealthy and prestigious live. That's all the way up here. But a traveller can also find almost anything they need down in the stumps, where your humble author resides. The stumps is the lowest part of Dinlux, and where the city touches the sea. It may not be the loveliest borough, but there are so many wonderful people here. There are the children running about who like to bring this Merc gifts made for bells and stones. There are card players down at the docks who like to rub this Merc's head for luck. And there are guards hanging around the barracks who like to spit on this Merc as they pass by. All in good fun, really. For sightseers with a thirst for knowledge and adventure, the first place to visit in the stumps is Seeker's Rest, home of the Seeker's Guild House. That's the guild that we're all a part of. And the famous Library of Light. Watching those powerful seekers come and go is a treat, and if you're lucky, you just might spot the Guildmaster herself and our boss, Lyra Duskrider. The Tumbles. The Tumbles? I don't know where the Tumbles is. Oh, I think that's like this area. The Tumbles is home to many of the city's poorest citizens. While most people avoid this place, some of Merc's greatest friends come from here. And nearby, Mariner's Wharf. That's, yeah, here. Oh, I lost my place showing you that. Marina's Wharf is an excellent place to sit and watch the goings-on of everyday people in the great city of Dinlux. The Horseshoe. This island is mostly populated by dwarven refugees when the Starless Knights returned. It used to be nothing but rock, but is now a bustling borough of homes and business. The main place of note here is the Scholars' Circle, where the city's brightest magicians and scientists study and improve the world. Non-members are rarely allowed inside, unless, that is, you are volunteering for their magical experiments. The sign-up sheet is in the lobby, but this Merc must warn you that the pay is not nearly worth it. Let me just show you they are on this side as well. Look at that. We missed this section as well. The City of Light. Long ago, Dinlux was founded as an elven settlement, the Great City of Light. Due to their sensitivity to sunlight, the elves constructed most of it underground. It was only over the course of several millennia that the above-ground architecture expanded into the beautiful skyline we see today. Dinlux is now home to all sorts of people from all over Atios. Elves from here and also afar, dwarves from the mountains to the east, orcs from the farmlands and coastal regions, and a scattering of humans from the Barian Empire. You might also notice a growing number of revenants, such as your humble author, which are considered by many to be some of the friendliest and most gracious sort of folk you will find on this side of the Great Sea. I think there's a bit more at the back. Right, yeah, we'll get into that first. The City Council presents you the first in a series of guides to the city of Dinlux, the greatest city that ever was. Lucky you! Although the Starless Knights have robbed the world of many great destinations, the City of Light has nearly every wonder and amenity you could ask for. Just take a look inside this pamphlet and see for yourself. About the author, see their little self-portrait there, how cute is that? Your humble author is known as Merc. This Merc would like to thank the City Council of Dinlux for making this publication possible through their generous patronage. God, how pretty is that? Honest to God, like the artwork in this game is top notch, gorgeous, beautiful. It's like I don't want to say it's half the reason I keep playing the game, because the gameplay is also super fun. The writing is fantastic. Like, I love it, the storyline, everything, but this game really, really nails the artwork in a way that few games can compare to, and I love it. Look at this! So this is our list of locations that we can see. So this is location, it goes from 1 to 22. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, blah blah. Too many. We have some shops like Luca's Tea House, purveyor of teas and botanical concoctions. Luca is a botanist of some renown. Although he sometimes closes shop to go gather ingredients out of town, he sells valuable medicinal substances when open. We have a Journey's Rest, and I might not read through all of these because we do have a second pamphlet as well to go through, but I'm loving this, and I think I'm having fun just reading it. Journey's Rest Inn. If you need a place to stay the night, the Journey's Rest Inn welcomes all travellers of all sorts, and is economical at a rate of just 1 coin per night's stay. Something tells me we don't have to worry about that. I think I have like 30 coin over there. I don't know anymore. Isabella's Emporium, the House of Mysteries, Nora's Bounty House, the Bird's Nest, the Casino. For those seeking to while away the hours gambling, look no further than the Gold Rock Casino. Your humble author has verified that this is an honest establishment, but travellers should be wise not to gamble what they aren't prepared to lose. We have, over here in the Landmarks section, we have the Low Garrison, the Low Market, the Secret Garden, the Scholar's Circle, the Seeker's Guild, which is our base, and then the Library of Light. I think the Library of Light is where we're going to go today. One of the 3 places we're going to go today. The greatest body of knowledge in all of Atios is housed within this edifice. Those wishing to learn may freely peruse the tomes found here. Who can say what a valuable insight you might find? And then here on other points of interest, we have the Mariner's Boardwalk, the Red Gull, Quaid's Training Hall, the Soapbox Cafe, Whispers of Magic, the Well of Hope, and then the Seashore Gym. Very, very cool. And then should we go through the second pamphlet as well? Start at the back this time. God, look how gorgeous that is. This one has some advertisements in it as well, which is really cute. Your humble author is known as Merc. This Merc would like to thank the City Council of Dunlux for making this publication possible through their generous patronage. Look how gorgeous. Look how gorgeous that is. Wow. That's like in-world advertisements. Volume 2, The Nests. The Nests is sort of this area here. So sort of the edge of where we can explore right now. Join the Seeker's Guild. Do you have a penchant for defensive magic? A fearless desire to explore the unknown? The courage to run toward a fight instead of away from it? The Seeker's Guild is looking for the clever, the talented, the brawny, or the brave. Join now, and your name will go down in history. Read that. Membership into the Seeker's Guild is only offered once an application has been reviewed and accepted. Contract required. The Seeker's Guild reserves the right to the Guild reserves the right to void or alter a member's contract at any time. If accepted, the Seeker's Guild is not responsible for any harm that may come to you and cannot guarantee that you will not be stabbed, maimed, burned, bludgeoned, dismembered, or eaten during the course of your membership. But hey, that's a drawing of Lyra. That's our boss. That's the artwork sitting next to me on the welcome box. Very cool. Here's a little bit on the nests. Hovering upon the cliffs above the stumps is a lovely bit of city known as the Nests. Here, one might enjoy taking a peaceful stroll down a residential street to admire the many grand and beautiful homes. The highlight of the nests is Glory Plaza, which is, I think, here. That was completely out of focus. Where one can sit near the central fountain and watch the many talented street performers from the frequent area. If you have coin to spare, your humble author suggests rewarding the performers for the diverting entertainment they provide, instead of tossing it into the fountain, as many are apt to do. As you make your way through the nests toward the High Gate, you'll notice some of the more prestigious and ornate establishments are topped with the roofs of vibrant blue tiles. These tiles are a symbol of wealth and prosperity here in Dinlux, and are crafted from a highly coveted clay found only in the surrounding region. While the Nests was once inhabited by exclusively elven residents, the flood of wealthy merchants, bureaucrats, and travellers who found themselves in Dinlux after the return of the darkness have made this borough a far more diverse and interesting part of the city. Some artwork here. This is for the Crimson Exchange. Whoa. You can see it better on camera than in person. And then this is Luca's Tea House here. And then, what does this say? Safety guaranteed. This print is rendered fireproof with a certificate. With a certified enchantment spell applied by the Sorcerer's House of Fire. Fire Hazard. Can you see his name? Fire Hazard. Okay, let's see what locations we have in here. Honestly, I could make city exploration a whole video in itself. I feel like this is going to be about 45 minutes by the time we get done here. Ooh, two-parter maybe. So we have the Royal Roost. Pardon me. For those who want more from their inn than a bed and a bowl of porridge. The Royal Roost offers the softest pillows, warmest blankets, and coziest rooms in the borough for the reasonable price of 2 coin per night. The food is also excellent, though the chef sets the menu each day and does not suffer personal requests. Special requests. And that is what I've just done. So when you rest an inn, you can swap out cards in your character decks that I have over here. So I just did that beforehand because I didn't really want to be messing about with my card decks, because there's no easy way to display that on camera, so I thought I'd just get it out of the way. We have the Crimson Exchange, Bounty Hunter Office, Burl's Alehouse. Burl brews his own ales, which are among the best in the city. He is also the creator of the famous Burning Murk, a most exquisite drink named for your humble author, who is one of his best patrons. The alehouse features music, dancing, and glorious silence on alternating nights. See the little artwork there. We have Necessities, which is our sort of general shop. We have the Market Gate. Merchants hauling goods up from the stumps pass through here daily. In the morning, the line at the gate can get a bit long, so unless you enjoy watching the slow-moving parade of commerce, your humble author suggests taking the central staircase instead. Wagons moving uphill are taxed, but lone travellers and those going down toward the tumbles are not. We have the Guildmaster's estate, which is our boss's house. The esteemed master of the Seekers Guild maintains her ancestral home here in the Nests. While it is not open to the public, Seekers are often seen visiting the manor at all hours. If you visit the estate, you may see some of these brave adventurers yourself. In fact, that's where we just came from to get the quest that we're going on today, so that's handy. The Sentinels. Those are the big statues in town. I don't know how to pronounce this. Montagna? I think. Montagna Manor. Famous for its unusual architecture. And you can see it, I think that's it over here. Up here. You can't even see it. Hold on. It is number 32, right? Yeah. So see it up here. That's pretty unusual, right? My dog's snoring on the floor beside me. In case you were wondering what that noise was. Famous for its unusual architecture. This one's interesting. The Montagna Manor is the largest house in Dunlux, built in the Imperial Barian style. Weird noises coming out my throat. According to legend, the original Lord Montagna built the manor 200 years ago, despite the city council, which then tried to have the property condemned. The old Hierophant herself had to intervene. Today, both the council and the Montagnas are proud to have such a unique building in Dunlux. Oh, lad, there. Gorgeous. We have Hans Bookstore. Do you love books? Is your stack of books to read getting dangerously low? Do you have a hunger for some of the best fiction in Dunlux? If any of these statements, if any of these statements is true, you owe it to yourself to visit Hans Bookstore in the Nests. Whether you're in the mood for comedy, romance, mystery, or adventure, Hans has the book you need at the price you want. The leaky roof. This one's fun. The roof of this pub is indeed leaky. That is, it leaks. Water drips from the ceiling in a most unpleasant manner and serves as a warning of the general disrepair of the place. Respectable visitors to Dunlux would be encouraged to eat and drink elsewhere. In fact, your humble author would not even mention this dilapidated establishment were he not contractually obligated to do so. And then lastly here, Mancala Club. I like Mancala. And Market Gate. Little advertisement there. The last location is Rill's Tree. None can say for certain when the orc sage known as Rill first appeared beneath this tree. There is no doubt that Rill knows, for there is very little Rill doesn't know. Rill is always willing to share his wisdom with visitors, especially those who are bringing new books, maps, or other documents to add to his collection. And that's where you go to sort of pawn off all the interesting artifacts you find. Well, I don't know why I closed these, because we now have to find somewhere to go. I'm very... These chairs aren't great. I do apologise. I'm very curious about the leaky roof. So let's go there. Now, how city exploration works is we have a deck of cards here. Let's see if I separate this out. The numbered cards here are our locations. We also have events. There's events, shopkeepers, everything in here. So, but this is all we need right now. So the leaky roof is number right here, number 27. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Given the pub's name, you aren't surprised to see water dripping from the ceiling and collecting into a trio of pails just outside the door. You've heard the regulars here are mostly merchants who haul goods between Dunlux and the surrounding areas. While you get a bite to eat, you overhear a trader at the bar mentioning a recent trip to the village of Hallstatt. The doctor here warned us against staying the night or even stopping for a drink. Said there was some sort of sickness in town that was spreading, that was sending folks to their beds, even killing some, said he'd never seen anything like it before. If you have memory DB, which I might, discard it and take prompt Q20. Otherwise, take memory DC. In either case, remove this card from Dinlux. Let's see. Here are... Oh, that's not my memories. Silly me, silly me. Here are my memories. You can see because they say memory on them. I do have memory DB. So we're going to discard both of these. Yeah. So both of these get discarded. And we're going to take... If I can find it. HIJKLFNOP. BQ. Oh, memories. Memories are... Where is it? Where is it? Prompt 20. So this is another mission that we can go on. Delirium. You met a doctor named Irma at the Scholars Circle who studies the health effects of the starless nights. Maybe she could help with the strange illness spreading through the village of Hallstatt. Very, very cool. Let's add that to our little stack of prompts. These are the quests that we can embark on. That's what the prompts are. So, my dog's giving me a very disgruntled look because I'm not going to bed. Should we go? Don't know if you heard that. Let's go to Hans bookstore. I'm very curious about that one. I haven't done much exploration up here yet, so this is all new to me. And I apologise for the chair noises, but maybe that's extra ASMR? I don't know. I don't know. Right. Walking along the road, you pass a small... Hello? Walking along the road, you pass a small shop with a sign reading Hans Bookstore. You're satisfied with just a little window shopping as you pass by. Except, our boy Roland isn't. Roland suddenly shouts out, "I'll be right back," before running into the shop. Must be the newest romance novel, you muse, before he rejoins you, rosy-cheeked and clutching a brand new volume. Roland gains 1 Kinfire token, which are these little red tokens. Remove this card from Dinlux. Your city action is over. Awesome. We have some in here. Pop that on his little card. There we go. The city exploration is a little lettered with a lot of things like that. Of just like, if you have this character, they run off and do this. Otherwise, it's a location, I guess. Put it back, basically. And for our last location, I really want to go to the Library of Light, because I've kind of been putting it off for a while, because every time I play this game, I sort of like, not have a time limit, but it's like, it's sort of like a wind down, ready for bed kind of thing, so by the time I get to the city exploration, I'm like, just get it over and done with, let me go to bed. Ooh. But since I saved my exploration for the start of this session, we're going to do the Library of Light. Let's find it. 18. Whoa! Pardon me. A lot of weird noises coming out of my mouth today. the greatest remaining repository of knowledge in all of Atios, the Library of Light, has books on many topics. If you wish to research, you may choose up to 3 topics. Read the card listed next to the topic, then remove that card from Dinlux, then return here. Awesome. So I guess let's leave that out there, and let me dig out the... They each have their own card, yes. There we go. So, we have Altan, Darkness, Dwarves, Dinlux, Elves, Fauna, Flora, Geography, History, Humans, Kinfire Magic, Mothlings, Music, Orcs, Politics, Recipes, Religions, Revenants, and Ziva. Ziva, I believe, is the, head god. But I don't remember who Altan is. Let's do book number 11, so that's Kinfire. Number 11. Ooh. From a scholarly treatise on the Kinfire for the uninitiated. The substance known as Kinfire is pure, condensed magic. It appears as an ordinary flame, but with the following exceptions. The colour is silvery white. The flame gives off no heat, though it can still burn the unwary. It burns without fuel, and even while wet. And its light repels the darkness when all other lights fail. Smaller units of Kinfire, known as embers, may be split off from the holy flame in the great lighthouse to create lanterns, revenants, or other smaller lighthouses. Splitting is a slow, complicated process, accompanied by many rituals. Embers split off from the holy flame will never be stronger than their source. Once split from the core, an ember cannot be split again. It is believed that if the holy flame is extinguished, all embers originating from that core will be instantly extinguished as well. In this world, the Kinfire is basically the only thing that is keeping us safe, keeping us alive, because everything outside of the reach of the flame, I don't know if you can see it up there, but the flame is dangerous. Let's learn about revenants, because we talked about Merc earlier, the one that wrote all of these. They were a revenant, and I want to know some more about them because there's a playable one as well. Their name is Kor. From Revenant Revelations. When the Scholars' Circle created the first Revenant, they attempted to bind the soul of a deceased scholar with a metal shell. They hoped the bound soul would be able to share what mysteries lie beyond death. Sadly, Revenants retain no memories of their past lives or their time, quote-unquote, beyond the veil. Nevertheless, the scholars continue to create Revenants, refining their techniques. Revenants are built around a Kinfire core that, if destroyed, will cause the soul to untether and abandon their shell. Each Revenant has a word of power in case they prove dangerous. When uttered, the word dissolves the Revenant's core and releases the spirit. Once a Revenant is proven to be trustworthy, the Circle grants them their word of power inscribed upon a clay tablet. If you have core in your party, they gain 1 Kinfire. But we don't. But they are very cool. Now, which one should we do last? I'm so curious about Mothlings. That is 13. Here we go. Oh, this is Core's companion, isn't it? Core has a little... Or Core. That character has a little... cute little green and pink little... apparently a mothling that follows them around. So that's what this is about. Actually. Let's do something else, because you don't know about that. I don't want to inundate you with lore that doesn't matter, you know? That you don't care about. Oh, what about recipes? Let's do recipes. Okay, this is just a recipe. From hearty foods for the hearth and home. A delicious salad can be made from 4 parts potatoes, 1 part onion, and 1 part cucumber. Peel and thinly slice the onions and cucumbers while boiling the potatoes until they are soft but not falling apart. Oh, I lost my place. The potatoes may be peeled or not, as you prefer. Be sure to clean them well if leaving them unpeeled. Then cut them into slices the thickness of your pinky finger. They look blue. It's backlit. It's because I'm lighting the board rather than up here. Mix the potatoes, onions, and cucumbers together in a large bowl. Then to this mixture add equal parts red wine vinegar and oil, olive is preferred, until moistened but not soupy. Salt and pepper generously, and finally add several dashes of any savoury brown sauce you enjoy, such as soy, yeast, or wheat extract. Chill, if you have the capability to do so, and let rest overnight. Then taste and adjust the seasonings before serving. That sounds fantastic. Now I'm hungry and I just ate some enchiladas. Right. Let's pop everything back here. So we've got... I'll put this back. That is all of our city actions over and done with. What am I doing here? I'm completely forgetting the way I have this laid out. Hold on. Right. Here we go. And then we pop that on top. And then this is the loot box. This is our crate. This then fits in somewhere. Memories of Deluxe. There we go. And there. You can see how many cards there are in this game. These are our level up packs. My dog's trying so hard to sleep, and she's not appreciating this beautiful ASMR I'm providing her. What a shame. So I'm at level 3 right now, which means I've used 2 of the 4 level up packs. These are some, I forgot what these are called. They're like loot packs. So these are like, I think each of them have like 2 sets of cards each. We haven't gone here yet. And these are our vendors. Our vendors that we've unlocked. What goes in here? Oh, these are our prompts. So the current quests we can do. Our memories go in here, which is like any events in the game that have repercussions. They have a card that has that printed on it, so that then later on they can go, if you have so and so card, do this instead, which is quite cool. We have the cards for Vinna, which is the little sort of tutorial town that you visit before coming to Dinlux. We have all of the Dinlux cards. And then these are our unused cards. Now I've used one of the empty loot packs to separate off like cards that we're done with, that have been used, and deck building cards. If you want to see how in depth the deck building is in this. Now these are all deck building cards also in here, so there's tons of options in this game. Tons. Right. Well, that is us for exploring the city of Dinlux. I'm gonna turn this into a two-parter because that is a long enough video by itself. Wow. Well, I hope you enjoyed the beautiful art direction of this game, and actually, I might be able to get the box in frame here to, show you it. But I gotta move my character decks first, because it would honestly be a shame to not show you some more art from this game, because it is beautiful. I haven't actually looked, to be fair, but I would love if there was an art book or something for this game. Now, I can't show you everything. What am I talking about? Oh yeah, right. We are currently playing on this mat that we're playing on right now. Is the lid of the box? It's magnetic, so I can't actually show you the full box, but if I can how am I doing this? Here we go. Here we go. And I can there we go. You can just about see that. So here's the welcome box. Here's Guildmaster Lyra. I don't know who these people are, but I'm sure they're important. In here is just you got your rule books, your status cards, all of the little assorted pieces, basically. Then you take that off, and we have our quest pamphlets, dockets. Look how gorgeous this is. If I slot this back in, you can see just how gorgeous this whole set is. Here's the box lid. There we go. This upside down. The little logo. That's for the loot box. We have, obviously I was showing you the docket for this. Each quest, these are all separate quests, each of them has their own docket, and each of them has their own sort of key art here as well, and all of them come together to make a picture of the city of Dinlux, which, oh my god, I'm just in awe. If I show you some of the boxes here as well, we have Roland, we have Asha, and we have Fane as well. Now these have little bios on the back as well. Resourceful and witty, a jack of all trades. Fane was born lucky and is trying to keep it that way. Always ready with a song or story for every occasion, he hides his mysterious past behind an ever-present grin and a witty sense of humour. Perfect for players who enjoy helping out the entire group and love to inspire others. I have a little collection of his belongings here. There you go. He is 37, 5'9", and uses he, him pronouns. I may as well do the others, right? Including the ones I'm not playing. Does that fit him? That's probably fine. Asha of Bralbook. An expert in stealth, a lone wolf in the shadows. Orphaned at a young age, Asha was taken in by a sect of the temple and trained as an assassin. After fleeing from the sect, she took to the streets as a thief and eventually joined the Seekers Guild. Although she prefers to do things her own way, she has a soft spot for her team, perfect for stealthy players who prefer to attack from the shadows. 29 years old, 5'7", and uses she, they. is. Oh my goodness. Roland Wordforger. Keen mind wields power from his Kinfire blood. Roland is an inquisitive member of the Scholars Circle who specializes in fire magic. He is always willing to jump into battle with an overpowering blow, even when it means putting himself in harm's way. Perfect for players who like helping others and understand the term glass cannon. He is 47, 4'10", and him using. Slot that back in. As for the others here, we have Core. That's the little moth creature I was talking about earlier. Devoted to the team, ready to take heat. Core is a revenant, a departed soul inhabiting a metal shell through the power of Kinfire. They have no memory of who they used to be, but they know they enjoy the company of their teammates now. They're always accompanied by their faithful pet mothling, Flickers, who is drawn to the Kinfire burning within Core. Perfect for players who don't mind being the tank and are willing to step up and take damage for the team. They are 10 years old and 7'10" and use they, them. Their skill is self-sacrificing. Each time another seeker within one space of Core is damaged, Core may redirect one of that damage from that seeker to themselves. Very cool. To be honest, another one of the big reasons I wanted to do 3 characters for my first playthrough is so that for the next one I can play the other 3. So we have Valora Helmsman. If these look a little full, it's because I'm like storing other parts in here. Alright, look at that art. Gorgeous, gorgeous. She's beautiful. Polite and well-bred, deadly with a bow. Valora was raised as a noblewoman before running away to pursue a life of travel and adventure. She's a skilled archer who prefers to strike from a distance rather than get her hands dirty. Perfect for players who like dealing high damage and taking a straightforward approach. She's 34 years old, 5'4", and she, her. Each time Valora enters a space without enemies, she may choose another seeker within one space of her, of which they will gain 1 armor. Very cool. I kind of love how each character feels a little overpowered, but in different areas. They all have their own specialties, and even with the deck building, there's like so much variation. Like my Asha is very much built around, I think my whole team really is built around like stats effects. Roland has a lot of like fun stats effect things. That's like half the fun of this game to me, is just like stacking stats effects on the enemies and then just like watching them be decimated over and over. Last up here we have Naz. There she is. Naz of the Windstrikes. Commander at heart, victory is her only option. Naz is a farm girl who longed to make a difference. When her orcish weather sense told her something menacing was coming, she left her home to train and learn how to best protect those she loves. Though quite young, she has grown into a master strategist. Perfect for players who enjoy a challenge and the ability to affect the entire battlefield. She is 19 years old, 6'11", wow, and uses she, her. Whenever Naz moves during her turn, she may choose to move another seeker instead. Very cool. Very cool. There's her art again. God, each character in this game is so cool. So cool. But let's see that out. I'll put this back. This in here. And while we're talking about the art, I may as well show you the front of the adventure book here. Just a gorgeous illustration. I think at the inside. No. I swear there's somewhere that... never mind. But this sort of just turned into an exhibition of the art in this game, but I'm not mad. I love it. I love it. Well, thank you so much for joining me for the city exploration. side of this game. If you join me sometime, I can't guarantee that it'll be up next week, but I would like for it to be up next week. I don't know. I think that might interfere with like my what I want to do, a like holiday special, a Christmas special, and then something for New Year's as well. So that might interfere with that. If so, you might see the second part in a couple weeks. If not, I'll put it in the description when I figure it out, right? For now, thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you all later. Bye bye.